Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good. Thank you, Dennis. So I'm just as we start to gather in the space, if you brought some little something, the bounty of nature, if you didn't see that in the email, don't worry about it. But if you brought something besides a dog who will absolutely not want to sit on this little table, if you brought something and would like to put it up here on our table, please do. Oh, beautiful pumpkin. And then those of you at home on Zoom, welcome, welcome. It's so good to have you in the space with us. If you have something that is the bounty of nature with you and you want to hold it up, if it's holdable, Heather's got hers. If you're just sitting by a window, perhaps looking out, oh, look at all of those beautiful signs. Thank you. So know that we are grateful that you're with us in Zoomlandia. That's what my students used to call it, Zoomlandia, and you are officially Zoomsters. There you go. So welcome, everyone. Oh, and that table looks beautiful. Can you see the table too? Yeah, thank you. All right. So I am Reverend Brigid Beckman, and I am so pleased and honored and grateful to be here today. Some folks are still coming into the building. So I'm just going to, before we really get started, I'm going to try and remember that if I move my head, the mic has to come with me. I have to bring my ice cream cone with me. So I just want to give you a little bit of a kind of a rundown of the day so that you have a sense of the container that we're going to build together today. So we'll start with, my little introductory words here, and then go into, I have an opening prayer, and then we'll read a poem together that I know Roger put up on the website. You may have seen it already. If not, I have it here for us. We're going to share the screen. You need to do nothing except for maybe be patient with us with the technology as we're, kind of trying this hybrid model for the first time. I am going to just do this. I'm going to try and be a rock star reverend right now. There we go. I think that does it make it easier for you to hear me at home too? Yeah. Okay, good. So my relationship with the cold weather is sort of cantankerous. It's not my favorite thing. And so over the years, I have really tried to look at that, and also to kind of settle into an understanding that what a gift it is that we live in the Northeast, where we have this array of the seasons to teach us about the seasons of our own lives. And so that was part of my thinking today. So that is one invitation of this morning, is to allow yourself to drift into the season of autumn and the wisdom we might find in it, in this beautiful poem by Macrina Widecker, and in our time together. So I've tried to set the structure of the day to be just really soft and invitational, so that we don't have a lot to think about. I will say that reading The Untethered Soul has made me extraordinarily aware of the roommates, in plural, in my brain. So it's an invitation to recognize those voices in our mind and to explore some of the things that come up for us in the meditation. After the guided meditation, my wonderful son, who's the tech guy today, thank you, Billy. Yay! He will, what? I don't know, but that was a cute noise. So after the guided meditation, Billy will play that gentle music again, so kind of silence-ish. And you'll have an invitation for 10 or 15 minutes to explore what comes up for you in the guided meditation, in lines from the poem, You can write, you can sketch, you can draw, you can sit. This is not a classroom. There's no quiz at the end to make sure that you have the exact right thing to say. But then one of the things I hope at home and here in the room, that we will hear from some of you about what your thoughts are. So my overall goal is really for us to have a shared experience, but also to come to know each other a little bit, for you to come to know me a little bit more in this mode, and for me to come to know you in the first of what I hope will be very many workshops we might do together. So are there any questions before we get started, either at home or here in the sanctuary? Is there a question at home? Yes? If you have a question, just unmute and ask your question if you have one at home. Okay, it was just a hand wiggle. All right. So before we get started, to know that you're grown-ups and you need to take care of yourself. If you need to stretch or wiggle, or you need to use the restroom, whether you are here or there, you're going to just take care of your needs. It's a 2-hour time period that we have together. So I didn't build in a specific break for that, but just, of course, take care of your own needs as you want. If you don't have something to write with or doodle on and you want to grab that at home, do that now. In the room, Peggy's got some notebooks and pens if you want something to write on for when we get to that point. That way you don't have to interrupt your softness after the guided meditation. Okay. So as I said, I'll just guide us through the morning after the guided meditation. Hopefully there will be plenty of you who want to share some thought that arose for you or something that came up. And then we'll come back into a minute or two of silence to just hold the presence of all that we then bring into the room together with that, both from home and in here. There'll be a closing prayer, and then we will clear the space in one of my favorite ways to do that. Very simple, to get us back in our bodies and then move out into our day. So here we go. Thank you to folks who brought some bounty of nature with you today. These little roses are actually from the rose bush I inherited when I bought my house this spring, and they're the last little roses. They've been incredible. Every time I clip them back, they grow again. What a gift. The prayer cone, the big pine cone, is a prayer cone that Billy gave me several years ago. And all of these beautiful signs of nature. So we draw that in and take a breath together. And let us pray. Help us see the invitation of autumn to surrender to the transition of the seasons and to recognize the harvest of abundance in our lives. As we enter this time together this morning, may we listen deeply for the voice of Spirit found in the silence, in each other, and in the rhythms of the natural world. In the quiet, may we allow these tangible signs of nature's bounty, of God's bounty, to inspire our creativity and vision. May the mind and heart of God be open in us, preparing us to make room for all that is waiting to emerge from within each one of us and in this community. And so it is. Amen. So Billy's going to share the screen with the poem by Oh, you're so awesome, Billy. Don't tell the other kids, but really at this moment, there is nobody else. So this poem by Macrina, I will read that, but as we get to the I am listenings that are there in red, I invite you at home. We won't unmute you because it will be a cacophony of sound. But please, in your space, say that along with us if you would like to do so. It was there. There you go. There we go. You're awesome. Okay. Listening to autumn. Autumn is slipping through summer's branches, and I am listening. I am listening to the dying, flowing forth from autumn's being. I am listening to the life hidden in the dying. I am listening. I am listening to the trees taking off their lush green garments. I am listening to the leaves turning, turning, ever turning. I am listening to the burning bush of autumn. I am listening to the falling of this season. I am listening. I am listening to the song of transformation, to the wisdom of the season. You slide that up, honey, or scroll down. Thanks, sweetheart. I am listening to the song of transformation, to the wisdom of the season, to the losses and the grieving, to the turning loose and letting go. I am listening to the surrender of autumn. I am listening. I am listening to the music of the forest undergrowth, to the crunch of leaves beneath my feet, to the miracle of crumbling leaves becoming earth again. I am listening to the beauty and fragility of aging. I am listening. I am listening to the wheel of the year turning, to the cycle of the seasons, to the call for harmony and balance. I am listening to the circle of life. I am listening to the days growing shorter, to the air turning crisp and cool, to the slow waning of the light, to the stars that shine in cold, dark nights. I am listening to the growing harvest moon. I am listening. I am listening to happy harvest cries, to hearts overflowing with thanksgiving, to tables laden with gifts from the earth, to baskets overflowing with fruit. I am listening to the bountiful gift of autumn. I am listening. I am listening to a call for inner growth, to my need to let go of material possessions, to my need to reach out for invisible gifts. I am listening to a call for transformation. I am listening. I am listening to the death of old ways. I am listening to the life force turning inward. I am listening to the renewal of the earth. I am listening. I am listening to summer handing over autumn. I am listening to the poetry of autumn. I am listening. Thank you. And so we'll go into about 20-ish, 25 minutes, 20 or thereabouts of guided meditation. So I invite you to really get comfortable. I know in this space, we're on wooden benches. You might have a cushion under you at home. Of course, the invitation for there too is to be comfortable, sense where your spine is, get yourself into a space of being able to be as settled as you can. And as I mentioned, at the end of this, we'll go into a period of, I'll kind of gauge your readiness kind of by the room and a little bit making eye contact with Billy to see how things look on Zoom. But to give you some space to really explore in writing, sketching, combination, there will be about, I think I have 4 just kind of guided, gently suggestions that you can use as exploration in your writing, or however you want to respond to that, or you can ignore them and just whatever arises for you. Okay, so as we begin the meditation, I invite you to settle. Feel free to close your eyes if that's comfortable, or to simply let your gaze soften. Sense the places where the back of your body rests wherever you're sitting, and let your body surrender into that support. Before we listen again to words of this prayer poem as a meditation, I invite you to set an intention for your inner journey. A positive statement in the present tense, as though it is already happening. Perhaps I listen to all that is within me, or simply I am listening. Set your intention from whatever arises for you as we begin with a brief body scan, listening to the voice of the body. As you feel your body supported, and notice the rhythm of your own breath, I invite you to notice too, with compassion, any areas of your body where tension is held, and invite those areas to surrender and soften. Sense the soles of your feet. Sense the soles of your feet resting on the floor. Imagine your feet rooted to the earth, to the damp earth of this autumn day. Sense your legs and hips, and feel all the places where your body is touching your chair. Sensing your sitting bones. Feel yourself rooted and grounded. Notice where your hands are resting, at your side or on your legs. And I invite you to open your palms, ready to receive. Sensing the fingers, the palms, the wrist, sensing the length of both arms, inviting your shoulders to soften, sensing the whole back of your body, and noticing again all the places where your body is touching your chair. Breathing in and out. I invite you to listen to the sound of your breath and feel your breath moving in the belly, in your chest, through the nostrils. Sense the openness at the whole front of your body, open and spacious, and notice your body breathing. Simply listening to your natural rhythm of breath. Breath flowing in and breath flowing out. Breathing in, I am listening. Breathing out, I am listening. I hear the sounds around me, here in this room or at home, and I listen. Coming deeply into the quiet, I listen to God within. Autumn is slipping through summer's branches, and I am listening. I am listening to the dying flowing forth from autumn's being. I am listening to the life hidden in the dying. I am listening. I am listening to the trees taking off their lush green garments. I am listening to the leaves turning, ever turning. I am listening to the burning bush of autumn. I am listening to the falling of this season. I am listening. I am listening to the song of transformation. I'm listening to the wisdom of this season. I listen to the losses, to the letting go, to the grieving. I listen to all that dreams of being turned loose within me. I listen and I surrender. I listen to the music of the forest undergrowth, and I sense all in me that is composted into rich, dark earth. I listen to the crunch of leaves beneath my feet. And remember my childhood noisily running through the leaves. I listen to the miracle of crumbling leaves becoming earth. I listen to the beauty and the fragility of my own aging and the aging of those I love. I listen to the wheel of the year turning, to the cycle of the seasons of nature, and to the wheel of my own year turning. I listen to the call for harmony and balance. Harmony in my life, harmony and balance in my family, harmony and balance in my community. And I listen to the circle of life. I listen to the days growing shorter, to the air as it turns crisp and cool, to the sound of the wind, to the sound of the rain, to the slow waning of the light as we circle towards winter. I listen to the stars that shine in cold, dark nights. And I listen to the stardust that is in me. I listen to the growing harvest moon. And the harvest within me. I listen to my heart overflowing with gratitude, with thanksgiving, recognizing the bounty of tables laden with gifts from the earth. And I listen to the voices that cry out in hunger. I listen to the bountiful gift of autumn. And I listen to the call for my spirit and growth, for my spirit's need to let go of my things that own me as much as I own them. I listen to my spirit, recognizing my own invisible gifts and the gifts of those around me. And I listen to the call for transformation, the call for the death of old ways. I listen to the life force turning inward, to the God voice, the God mind, the God heart within. I listen to the cries of our earth calling out for renewal, for care. And I am listening. I am listening to the warmth of summer months, to the rain of this summer, moving into autumn. As the leaves transform and their colors emerge, I feel the hunger of all that is waiting to emerge in me. I am listening to the poetry of my own spirit, to the poetry of nature, to the voice of God singing within. I am listening. I am listening. I am listening. And listen once again to the sound of your own breath as it flows in and flows out. Breath flowing in and flowing out. Begin to notice the sounds drifting into your awareness. Begin to deepen your inhale and exhale fully with a sigh. And again, a deep breath in and exhale with a sigh. Sense again this body that houses your spirit, that houses this consciousness that lies beneath our thinking minds, our feeling hearts, that we partner with as we listen. And call to mind the intention that you set for yourself as we began our journey. Trust that this time has helped you put that into fruition. Trust that you have all you need in this moment, just as it is. You may want to wiggle your fingers or toes, or gently stretch, or wiggle your whole self, or twist. But the invitation is to stay in this soft space, this soft inner space for the next 10 or 15 minutes, to respond to anything that may have emerged for you in reading the poem together, in the guided meditation, in your own journey, the truth that arose for you in your intention, wherever that takes you. Billy will share the screen again with some open-ended prompts for you to use, as I said, to use if they help, to ignore if they don't. And in this softness of this inner space, as much as possible, to let that editor, that judge in your mind, take a back seat and just explore where you are in this moment, with the invitation after that to share within community an insight that you got for yourself today that may then be the exact message one of us needs to hear. So we'll keep that quiet music going in the background. The questions are there. Again, take care of yourself and your needs. But the invitation is for 10 to 15 minutes of just quietly exploring, what are you listening to today? We'll take another about 2 minutes with your thoughts and heart and paper and pen. And give people a minute to kind of come to some wrap up point. Okay, when you have come to a stopping point, you can just I'll kind of looking around to see if folks are still needing a minute. So this next part will be where our invitation and challenge come together. We'll see how our technology translates. Fingers crossed. The gift of hybrid is that we are all in this space together. So wherever you are at home, we can see you. It's a beautiful thing. We've tried to arrange the laptop so you at least get a little bit of a view of who's here. But we also set up a mic so that folks in the sanctuary who are willing to share something that arose today will come up to the mic so that you can see them better. And then at home, if you want to share, we will just kind of, we'll manage that by having you unmute. And if you want to put your Zoom on speaker view, you might, or pin the Brigid Beckman Zoom, that might help you to see the folks who are sitting there. Just kind of, you'll play around with that. Oh yeah, Billy, you can pin that, can't you? Well, no, because then we won't see the people at home. So at home, they might want to pin it. I don't know, or do speaker view or something. Play with Zoom. We'll see how it all works. I will say, spoiler alert, this weekend feels like my audition weekend, and I really like you folks. So selfishly, what I want is to get to know you all a little bit better, because everybody that I know already or have come to know in the last few months of this summer, you're not doing a very good job of making me not think this is a great idea for us to be together. So if you would feel brave enough to speak into the microphone, I know it can feel a little squirrely. If you're up here in the sanctuary, Carol left a lovely little note. Look over here towards the laptop so that the folks. So into this incredibly juicy, beautiful, grief-tinged, loss-aware, transformation-open space that we've created together today. You have helped me today to release some of the grief that I still feel at my letting goes. 95% of my job is the director of spiritual life and campus ministry at a school for high school for girls. Fed every single bit of me. And Gary, you're right. Those students teach us so much. I miss them. I think about them and pray for them every single day. And I'm so deeply grateful for what that role taught me, that readied me for this potential, this possibility, this space. And as I shared in August, I recognize at every moment of transformation, there is that letting go of stepping into something we have no idea what is ahead of us. We just don't know. Of course we don't know. But that trust, that faith in the bulbs that are planted that will grow, the space that we create when we're together to build that container for our different flavors of grief, our different needs for transformation. But the gift that happens when we come together, and the vulnerability and the humor and the tenderness and the poignancy, the laughter that you helped create by letting me come to know you and letting each other come to know. It's been a long, long time since we've been in spaces together where we can do this. So I am so hungry for it. I know we're hungry for it. So thank you for your patience with the technology and the back and forth. Thank you to Billy for being our tech guy. Woohoo! Let's take a minute in some quiet to appreciate each other and the gift that we've given each other today by showing up. And showing up with all of us, with all the shine and with all the muck and mud. And into this space, I will share a version of Deep Peace of the Running Wave to you. One of my favorites, only partly because once I heard it attributed to Brigid of Ireland. Deep peace of the running wave to you, of water flowing, rising, and falling, sometimes advancing, sometimes receding. May the stream of your life flow unimpeded. Deep peace of the running wave to you. Deep peace of the flowing air to you, which fans your face on a sultry day. The air which you breathe deeply, rhythmically, which imparts to you energy, consciousness, life. Deep peace of the flowing air to you. Deep peace of the quiet earth to you, who herself unmoving harbors the movements and facilitates the life of the 10,000 creatures while resting contented, stable, tranquil. Deep peace of the quiet earth to you. Deep peace of the shining stars to you, which stay invisible till darkness falls and discloses their pure and shining presence, beaming down in compassion on our turning world. Deep peace of the shining stars to you. God of all creation, thank you. Thank you for this time together today. May we awaken to the wisdom of autumn, to the wisdom found in time together, and to the wisdom heard in deep listening. May we step back into our day today, nourished by connecting to the wellspring of God mind and God heart within each of us. And so it is. Amen. So I'm going to teach you something I've totally stolen from my friend Casey, my Nia friend. We're going to clear this space. There is this beautiful, deep energy. We've been sitting, we've been emoting, we've been sharing. And so now I'm going to ask you to rub your hands together and do this at home too, because we're going to send this out to you and we're all going to soak it in wherever we are. We are charging blessings in our hands. You can point your hands down towards the earth and draw up the blessings of the earth, bringing our hands to our heart center, charging those blessings from our heart out into community, and then raising our hands, charging those blessings up out into the world. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? All right. And on the count of 3, we're going to swoosh the sprinkles, the blessing sprinkles onto each other. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Whoosh. Oh, that was awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yay.
Thank you.
Zoomlandia, you did a great job.
Yay.
Good job navigating hybrid world. Woohoo!
What a gift. Thank you.
Thank you.